that you could join me today. This is one of our viewer favorites, a weekly reading video. I know time is so fast, it's already February, can you believe? Anyhow, in this particular video we're using the Zombie Tarot, which is from the same people who brought us the Housewives Tarot, which we've done a review on this channel. It's a really fun deck, so the Zombie Tarot is, in a different way, also a really fun, cool kind of deck. You'll see the cards in just a few moments. And we're also using Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels Oracle cards. Now, if you've been following this channel for a while now, you know that the style of the reading videos is not based on predictions or forecasts. Instead, it's inspiration and food for thought. So if you're new here, keep that in mind as you're watching the video. Anyhow, I just wanted to say hi and that I wish you well and that I hope that your January has been going really, really well. If not, then there's still 11 months for 2015 to be a blast for you. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and proceed with the rest of the video. Hey angels! So it's time to shuffle our decks. Our intention is to find the message or messages that resonate with us individually out of the 3 sets of cards that come up. For some of you, there will be a particular message that stands out, while for others, 2 of them, or maybe even all 3, could apply to you. Whichever one speaks to you, you can carry the inspiration associated with it with you for the next few days and see how you can use it practically in your life. So if this is your first time here, not all the messages are meant to apply to you. Some of them will, some of them won't. Just pay close attention to which one is calling out to you. I also wanted to say, before we see what cards come up for us, thank you to all you viewers and subscribers for being here. We've gone beyond 6,000 subbies as I filmed this, and I really, really appreciate you. Okay, are we ready? Let's go. Our very first Zombie Tarot card is the 9 of Wands. With its partner Messages from Your Angels Oracle card being Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. The message from these 2 cards combined is for those of you out there who are feeling backed into a corner right now, or like you're up against the wall. If you're feeling heavily pressured at the moment, you're being reminded that you don't have to shoulder the responsibilities in front of you all by yourself. Even if it seems like you're the only one who can do these responsibilities, this is a tap on the shoulder from the universe where you're being told, hey, call on your invisible guides, your angels. Acknowledge that you could use the help. Because you know, miracles have happened, and I'm sure that for some of you out there watching this, you can relate to that, not just because you believe in it, but because it's already happened for you. Unexpected help can come from seemingly out of nowhere. When we try to control everything, we get in our own way. It's great to continue doing whatever we can on our end, but to also allow the help that the universe sends us to do its work. Some of you watching this may have gotten the idea, growing up maybe, that you're supposed to give and give and give of yourself, even when you're exhausted and on the verge of a breakdown or of collapsing. It could be that it's time to condition yourself differently now. You may have brought the habit with you all the way into adulthood, wondering why you're always overwhelmed, why that's become such a pattern, and if you're appreciating it less and less, the more and more it happens, it might be in your best interest to start letting other people actually do their job instead of you doing it for them, or even for you to delegate a little bit more. That could make a huge difference. in helping you relax and be better rested. Our second zombie tarot card for the week is the Four of Cups. With the second messages from your angels card being Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. These two cards together, what I'm getting from their combined energy is to break any long-standing routines that don't feel fresh or exciting anymore. I know it can be scary to make changes when we've gotten used to doing things a certain way for a while, but if what we are looking for are new results in life, whether it's on a personal level or in our careers, in our relationships, or wherever else, then we have to start doing things differently. It may feel comfortable doing the same old stuff, but it also means we stay put. If you missed last week's reading video, go ahead and watch it if this particular message speaks to you, because there was something similar in that video, if I recall. In fact, most of that video is pretty similar to this message. Anyhow, if we look at the Isaiah card, that's encouragement right there to try something new. You might notice that the woman in the picture is pregnant and she's being guided and watched over during her baby's incubation period in her body. The projects we really care about, the causes we're passionate about, any ideas we have that remain only in our minds, none of these can begin making a positive impact in the world if we don't share them or if we don't give birth to them, so to speak. So, if you've been feeling tired lately of nothing much happening in your life or like things aren't moving forward, consider what changes you're ready to make now and make sure to act on them. And last but not least, our third zombie tarot card for this video is number 1 from the Major Arcana, the Magician. With the final messages from your angels card being Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer, like me. The food for thought coming from these two cards combined is a message to be more proactive when it comes to our health and well-being. This is especially for you if you know you've been leaving your health on the back burner lately. Maybe because you've been preoccupied with other things or just too busy in general. In this particular tarot deck, the Zombie Tarot, the Magician isn't particularly favorable. He's described in the companion book, if you read it, as being a puppet master, for one. But applying who the Magician is in traditional tarot to our reading here, what I get is that we have opportunities to get better and to feel better physically, and on other levels as well, where our health is concerned. And we should take these opportunities if we want to keep ourselves in great condition while we are in physical form, in our physical bodies. A lot of the time, the way that we feel and the mood that we're in can be helped a lot by some of the choices we make, like our sleeping habits, the kind of food we eat, and also the other substances we ingest. It might seem so simplistic, but try it. It's true. Some people, for instance, are really sensitive to stimulants, and you don't know it because maybe you used to be able to handle them pretty good before, and now you're more sensitive to them. And yet, you know, many of us take this power that we have over our well-being for granted. We sometimes wait until we get seriously ill or until someone we know gets very sick, because some of us think that it can't really happen to us, that it only happens to someone that someone knows, you know. But once that it hits pretty close to home, sometimes that's all it takes for us to change. But why do we have to wait for that to happen? It could be that these cards have come up for some of us now because we know it's necessary to make changes for the sake of our health, but we keep putting these changes off. Let's remember that we are in better shape to contribute to the lives of those we care about and to the world in general if we feel great because we're healthy. Welcome back, angels. This is our bonus channeled message segment where we listen to our intuition, guides, angels, source energy, and other friends of the light and spirit for something helpful and uplifting. Not everyone will receive a message, although several viewers may get one. So if there's nothing that comes up for you this time, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, if you want to catch future editions of this segment. Okay, let's move on to our message. For this session, I am feeling called to address you who are feeling uninspired lately. You wonder what could be wrong because when you were younger, you were full of ideas. You were so quick to act on inspiration and to make things happen. And then time passed, some disappointments came up, maybe you had your heart broken, or you parted ways with people who you thought would always be your friends. And after one too many events like that, it just seemed that you weren't as quick to manifest your dreams as you used to be. If you used to be more adventurous, you may find yourself just staying home a lot now, and no, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with staying home per se, but your attitude has quite possibly changed now, is the point here. Your excitement is gone, or at least it's dimmed down a lot. Well, this is a message to tell you that you're not broken. You may feel that way, but sometimes going through a dark night of the soul is part of our growth process as humans, and once we get through it, we discover that we're stronger and wiser. Sure, we may have had a more innocent approach to life when we were younger, with an optimistic outlook that helped make manifesting our dreams appear easier, but it is a blessing to come out of a dark or depressed time in our lives with greater insight than we could possibly have had in our childhood or teens or early 20s, whatever the case may be. And forgiveness is one of the lessons we pick up along the way. If we make a conscious effort not to bear grudges and to release the hurts that accumulate over the years, we still will be coming from that place of having a pure heart, like we did all those years ago. The difference being, despite the pain and the losses we experience, we still choose to be loving. We still choose to have hope rather than give up. And as we know, our belief in whether we can or can't accomplish something definitely affects the outcome. Because you know how it is. It's easy to be hopeful, it's easy to be very positive when you haven't experienced negative stuff. But once that you've experienced quite a few things that make you feel down or depressed, and you still choose to love, you still choose to move forward, now that shows strength of character. That shows courage and bravery. Thank you for joining me for this channeled segment. If the message wasn't for you this time, stay tuned for our next one. I wish you well. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, angels. I appreciate you giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with anyone else whom you know will benefit. Until next time, there's so much more to come. Take good care of yourself. Namaste.